What was the verdict then? You were very much in the contest at half time.
Yeah, 55, about 55, weren't we? You just got to marry up that kind of physicality, effort, intent, attitude that was all there. Got to marry that with accuracy. They're too good to give that many opportunities. You're not winning your own ball. This is controllables I'm talking about here. Not winning your own ball and giving them that many opportunities. A team of that quality, there's only so many times they'll puff and the pluff until they blow the door down, and they did, didn't they?
And was obviously, I guess you couldn't yellow cards in that?
The yellow cards are part of that, yeah. 14 men down to 13 men, and I thought we weathered those quite well, but it has its effects in the latter stages of the game, as we saw. I don't believe the score was a reflective, certainly not of the effort the lads put in, which I'm extremely proud, or maybe of how competitive the game was, certainly for 2/3 of it.
Did you have any issues with the yellow cards and maybe potentially the one that went forward, Fafa, ahead of the try?
Well, Sir Max.
Or both yellow cards, yeah, with the deliberate knock-on?
No, I don't. It had an effect on the game, but you get your short sides wrong against Gibson Park. You don't get enough numbers. Like 2 in 5 metres, 3 in 15, 4 in 20. That's our policy, and you can deal with anything. We got it wrong a couple of times. He punished us twice, and one led to a yellow card. So that's on us, and not on the ref.
You spoke to in the week about sort of putting pride back in the club and the performances. How do you look at the next few weeks now? Obviously, with the league probably playoffs gone and out of Europe, do you look to maybe give other lads a chance? I don't know. How do you look at the next few months?
We want more of this, so we want to get into Europe again because we want to get to quarterfinals and push on further with this group. There's always the motivation to hone in your craft. Like if you're playing sport, you have to want to improve, and clearly we're not where we want to be. We're not the finished article, so there's loads of space there to get better. And I want to enjoy the time I have with some of these lads that are leaving. And I've got some good friends who are leaving, players who are leaving. Rob and Danny, both the Duprees, to name a couple. So there's 9 weeks now left of the season where we can accomplish all those things, and that's not even bringing into the personal battles, which I enjoy. Old scores to settle against Sarries. There's going to be a bit of beef against Quins, having been down there a couple of weeks ago. All that's quite exciting for me. And when you've been in competitive sport for all your life, you live week to week. It'll take us a couple of days to frame, but I'm sure when we come back in and get back to it Tuesday, we'll have good focus on settling the score against Sarries from the start of the season.
Can you still dream a dream if the playoffs, or do you just park that?
I just no. You have to be. Dreams are all good. Attainable goals are things that can drive you. It's hardly attainable. It's not attainable. But having influence on who does reach there, that is well within our grasp, and that's something that we'll look to do. There's 3 blocks now to focus over the next 9 weeks. 3 times to peak for performance in 2 games with a follow week in between. That's easily achievable, isn't it? Let's pick ourselves up for 3 times against 6 opponents and see where we'll land at the end of the season, see how proud we are with ourselves. And I think that's...
And do you use the sort of heart from today as fuel for that?
Yeah, definitely. That's what Ernie said. Let's use this as fuel. You want to be here again? Let's ensure that we do as higher up the table as we can to get the best seeding that we can. It's part of it.